Linda with Talent TV Productions. I'm here at the Los Angeles Independent Film Festival, and I'm here with Barbara Bain, TTTV's very honored, as well as myself, to be able to interview you. She was nominated for Best Actress and won for Pacific Edge.
Beautiful film made by Maggie Grant, and Ed Asner and I got to work together after all these years we've known each other, but it was very sweet to actually work together, which we did. And it's a very, very nice film, I think.
It was very heartwarming and sad.
Yes, because you don't know at first, why should I tell you what happens? But, you know, there's a gentleness and a beauty in it with an older couple and promises made. Yes. Those kinds of things.
So you have been in quite a lot of films and TV.
Yes, I have.
So I don't even know where to start to ask you, but I mean, it's a generic question, but I'm sure you'll be able to give us your own personal insight.
Maybe.
What advice do you have for us actors and filmmakers?
If you love it, just do it. That's all. You have to love it because it's a little crazy, and you need a passion in your life. And if this is your passion, welcome. I mean, that's what you have to do.
Did you know from at a young age?
I was trained rather academically. I started as a dancer, not an actor. And in New York, and I stepped onto the turf of acting, and I had wonderful training and wonderful good fortune, because very young I was able to have the best role ever written on television.
Which was?
It was a Mission Impossible, it was called.
Yeah, I wasn't sure yet.
And it was stunning because it was one character and then a character every other week. Anyway, that came out of an acting class.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Really? What
Yes.
do you mean?
What I mean is that the writer-producer who created it, Bruce Geller, saw me. He was part of an acting workshop, and he cast me from it. Though he didn't tell me he cast me from it, and then when I was finally cast, because they did put me through the usual nonsense, he told the writers, write anything, she can do it.
So what?
A pleasure to have a producer who had that kind of, and writer, because he wrote most of them. So I was very, very lucky, young.
So for those of us who aren't quite there yet, what is all the usual things, and what advice do you have for us to be able to,
I think you should be in a class, you should be in a workshop, you should be connected to a theater, and just keep refining and defining yourself and your craft, because when it comes and you're out there, you have to deliver, and you have to know how to do it, and nobody's going to help you in terms of your performance, basically. I know we gave a lot of directors awards, but I'm not sure there's so much help. And you need to know what you can do. And the only way to do that is to keep getting up either in a class or on the stage. And it's gold.
Well,
every single thing you've ever done in a class anywhere will pay off somewhere else.
I read that it was Lee Strasberg that got you into acting. Did you also study other methods?
Yeah, he didn't get me into it, but I was lucky enough to get into his private class. No, at the time, what one did in New York was go to Sandy Meisner, Lee Strasberg, Lonnie Chapman, Kurt Conway, Nikki Persoff, every class there was, all day, all night. That's all we did. We're working in 3 and 4 and 6 and 8 scenes at the time, running all over the place, screaming in apartments, "You killed the baby!" Neighbors knocking on the door saying, "Are you all right?" It was just, that's what we did. And that was very helpful in the long run.
Did you cross-study, or did you kind of spend a few years on one and then another few
They were
years
almost always at the same time, and I did not go out and audition until a year and a half. I was studied a year and a half. I had a dance background, so I knew you had to do something about it, not just think you can do it. And I wasn't necessarily wonderful right away. I had to go through, find out how to do it. And the first 3 jobs I ever auditioned for, I got every one of them. I got, in the same time, I got a Broadway road company, a television show, and there were 3 things. Got my equity card, got my SAG card, and I've never stopped working. But I feel that year and a half was very important, whatever it takes. And I've always stayed in classes and workshops to this day. I'm still at the Actors Studio, still fiddling around, little Shakespeare.
Do you do anything in LA?
Yes, I've
What do you recommend?
directed a lot of plays in LA. I'm directing one now. And I'm directing the most wonderful thing that goes on at the Blank Theater called the Young Playwrights Festival. These are kids that come out from all over the world, they compete, they get a professional director, some help, mentoring with the writing to see if what is on the page is what they had in mind. And they get a 2-week rehearsal, professional actors, 4 performances, bare bones, but they see their work up. And that theater has managed to produce a couple of Broadway playwrights. So it's that kind of thing, staying in touch with.
Tell us again,
people.
what is it called?
Young Playwrights Festival. It'll be it's produced by the Blank Theater. It'll be at the Stella Adler in June.
Is this in New York or is it in LA?
Here.
Oh, it's here? Okay. I'm just starting to dabble into theater, so it's definitely something I know. I feel like everybody must train in at some point in time.
Dabble,
Well,
honey.
starting with
Okay.
dabble, and then you get your feet in.
Okay.
You know. Well, thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting you. I love the film, and
Thank you. That's
thank
nice
you
to
very
hear.
much.